There is obviously sexiness and a mercurial quality about her. It's completely enticing to Hugh Jackman, and I think it'll be completely enticing to the entire audience.
When the waters began to rise and war broke out, nostalgia became a way of life. There wasn't a lot to look forward to. So people began looking back. Nothing is more addictive than the past.
No, put me back. Put me back.
It's a rare thing for me to just feel that instant sort of gut feeling, I've got to do this. And to be honest, I felt this 20 pages into the script. I had met with Lisa, so to be fair, I'd met with her, I'd seen some of the vision board. She already was showing me some of the visuals. I understood what the movie was about in general, but I hadn't read the script. And I was already excited about it. I was excited about the world of the film. I was excited about the character and really excited about her as a writer-director. I think she's incredibly talented, but when I met her in person, she just gave off an air of confidence and surety, not only about the material, but how she was going to tackle it, her passion for it, how many years she'd spent on the film, which I believe originally she was just going to write and have someone else direct, and then as Westworld became successful, she had the opportunity to direct it. So Lisa was certainly a huge part of that. What attracted me beyond Lisa, I think, was the movie that felt so original. I think audiences more and more are going to the movies to see something they haven't seen before, to be immersed in a world that they don't know. They want to go on a journey that they don't expect. And this is what you get with this, the world of the film, set in the future, where Miami is now pretty much underwater. Think Venice, but in Miami, where things are so hot that people want to, they only can live at night. It's too hot to live during the day. It's science fiction in that there are these machines that don't exist now, but you can certainly believe the world of this film is the world we're going to be living in 20, 30 years' time. So the world of the film really was exciting, but I think it was the originality and the fact that I had no idea where this story was going. And just when I thought I'd worked it out, I would get massive surprise and the story would zig and then it would zag. And I just think it is, obviously I'm not going to give it away, but one of the best endings I've read in the script for a long time. Bannister's a returned serviceman, he's a veteran, and he's scarred. He has a lot of darkness to him, and that's probably why he's so isolated. And he's learned to cope that way. He runs a business, not a great business, but it's an interesting one. He owns a reminiscence machine. And a reminiscence machine enables people to go back and relive their memories. Not just watch it on a film, but to actually immerse themselves in the memories. So the very first scene of the film has Hank, who's a veteran who's lost his legs in the war, comes back once a week to run around with his dog at his father's house from 13 years ago. That's simple, powerful, beautiful memory. That's what the reminiscence machine allows you to do. But because you're dealing with memory and the mind, my character is the person who takes you there to that memory, so that you don't go down the wrong path or you don't veer into places you don't want to go. It's, as we all know, the mind, the brain is a very confusing and potentially dangerous place. So my character is sort of like your friend, your coach through that journey. I will take you to where you need to go in a safe way, and I'll bring you back. Tandy obviously has worked with Lisa and a lot of the crew on Westworld, but I would suspect, this is the first time I've worked with her, that on every set, she becomes like a mother goddess. There's something about her. In this film, she's completely badass. She's saves my bacon on many, many a time, but she's sort of tough and takes no prisoners and rough around the edges. In reality, Tandy has all that strength, but she's the most radiant, caring, funny, wickedly funny person to work with. She looks amazing in this film. I don't think I've seen her look like this in any other film or play a character like this. It's something very different for her, which is always exciting, and I think she's just absolutely crushed it. And I'm going to really miss working with Tandy, that's for sure. This is a romance, and the That romance exists on more than one level, but one of the levels is a relationship between my character and May, played by Rebecca Ferguson. Rebecca is one of the most talented actors out there. She's in ridiculously high demand. After doing The Greatest Showman, I've suggested her to be on several movies, but she's way too busy doing other things. In this movie, she plays a very mysterious femme fatale character. You are drawn in, there's a mystery about her. There is obviously sexiness and a mercurial quality about her. Underneath it all, the vulnerability. It's got a hard edge. There's this vulnerability that she gradually sort of unveils through the movie, but never really giving away that mystery. And it's completely enticing to Nick Bannister. It's completely enticing to Hugh Jackman, and I think it'll be completely enticing to the entire audience. She somehow draws you in effortlessly.
别忘了订阅我们的频道，打开小铃铛就不会错过任何精彩内容，随时上架。我们下回再见。